Hey Leo, welcome back. Today's episode is super chill. We're talking about libraries, studying, and borrowing books. Do you go to the library often?
Not really, but I like them. Libraries feel peaceful, but I don't always know the right English words to use there.
Perfect. That's exactly what we'll practice today. Let's start simple. When you enter a library, what's the first thing you usually do?
Hmm. I look around, try to find the study area, and then I look for the fiction section.
Nice. Study area and fiction section are great phrases. You can also say reading room, computer area, front desk, and bookshelves. Do any of those sound new to you?
Front desk is familiar, but reading room is new. That sounds nice, like a special place for reading only.
Exactly. And if you need help, you can say, "Excuse me, where's the reading room?" Or, "Could you help me find the fiction section?"
That actually sounds easy, but what about when I want to borrow a book?
Great question. First, you usually need a library card. You can ask, "How can I get a library card?" Or, "What do I need to sign up?"
Okay, so I need to sign up, and then I can borrow books.
Yep, the verb you need is to borrow, but the opposite is to return. Borrow a book, return a book. Renew a book if you need more time.
Oh, renew. That's like when you keep it longer.
Exactly. You could say, "I'd like to renew this book, please."
Nice. And what if I return it late?
Ah, the scary part, late fees. But you can ask politely, "Is there a late fee?" Or, "How much is the late fee?"
I'll just return it on time to avoid that.
Best plan ever. Now, let's talk about finding books. Imagine you're in the library and you can't find a book you want. What do you say?
Maybe, do you have this book? Or where can I find this book?
Perfect. You can also ask, "Is this book available? Could you check the system for me? Do you have it in stock?"
In stock. Isn't that for stores?
Good catch. Yes, but some libraries also use that expression. It's less common, but still useful.
Nice. So what about the word catalog? I've heard that before.
Oh, yes, that's important. The catalog is the computer system where you search for books. You can ask, "Where can I access the catalog?" Or, "How do I search the catalog?"
I like that. It makes me sound like I know what I'm doing.
And you do. Now, let's practice a short mini dialogue. Imagine you're at the front desk asking about a book. Repeat after me. "Hi, I'm looking for a book called..."
Hi, I'm looking for a book called...
Good. Then, "Could you help me find it?"
Could you help me find it?
Nice. That's polite, simple, and perfect for beginners.
I feel like I'm ready to work in a library now.
Hold on. Calm down, Mr. Librarian. We still have a lot more to cover. Now we'll move into talking about studying at the library, vocabulary, phrases, common mistakes, and useful questions. All right, Leo, let's move into the part that most people actually use the library for, studying. When you go to the library to study, what's the first thing you usually look for?
A quiet place. If someone is talking loudly, I immediately want another desk.
Same. So here are some useful phrases you can use. Is this seat taken? Is this spot free? Do you mind if I sit here?
Spot. That's a good word. It sounds natural.
It is. You can use it for parking, studying, sitting, almost anything. Now, imagine you sit down and someone next to you is making noise. What can you say?
I don't want to be rude. Maybe, excuse me, could you please be quiet?
Perfectly polite. You could also say, "I'm trying to study. Could you lower your voice, please?" Or, "Would you mind speaking softly?"
Would you mind? That's a polite way to ask for anything, right?
Exactly. It's a super useful formula. You can use it everywhere, at the library, supermarket, airport, anywhere. Now, let's talk about study tools at the library. They usually have study desks, outlets or charging stations, computers, printers, Wi-Fi, study rooms, group study rooms.
Group study rooms, those are the ones you have to reserve.
Yes, sometimes you need to book them. You can ask, how can I reserve a study room? Is the study room available? Can I book it for 1 hour?
That's super practical. And what about printing? I always mess up with printer vocabulary.
Printers and copiers can be annoying, even in English. But here are key phrases. Where's the printer? How do I print from this computer? Does the library have a copier? How much does it cost to print a page?
And scan, like scanning a document.
Yes, libraries often have scanners too. You can say, can I scan a document here? Where is the scanner?
Nice. And Wi-Fi, that's important. How do I ask for the password?
Easy. What's the Wi-Fi password? Or, is the Wi-Fi free?
I like straightforward phrases like that. They're simple.
Most library English is simple, but to sound natural, you should also learn vocabulary for types of books. Do you know some?
Novel and nonfiction. That's all I know.
Great start. Let's add more. Novel, which is a long fiction book. Biography, a book about someone's life. Self-help, textbook, children's books, mystery, fantasy. Reference books, like dictionaries or encyclopedias.
Reference books. That's useful. And they usually can't be borrowed, right?
Right. You can only use them inside the library. If you want to ask, you can say, is this a reference book? Can I take this home?
I like that. Now, tell me something. What about audiobooks? Do libraries have those?
Many do. And here's how to ask. Do you have audiobooks? Do you have digital books or ebooks?
Great, because I like to listen to books while driving.
Same. And one more thing. If you're lost in the library, which happens to everyone, you can say, I'm looking for the literature section. Where is the history section? Is there a map of the library?
A map? Does any library have that?
Some giant ones, but small ones don't. Still, the phrase is useful.
I like learning practical phrases like this. They feel real, like things I would actually say.
That's the goal. Real English for real life. Next, we're going to talk about asking for recommendations, describing what you like to read, and making a natural conversation with the librarian. This part is super helpful for becoming more confident in English. So Leo, now that you know how to find books and use the library, let's talk about something really fun, asking for recommendations. Do you usually ask librarians for book suggestions?
Honestly, no. I always feel like I don't know the right words.
Well, you're going to know them after today. Try this simple phrase. Can you recommend a good book?
That's it? Just like that.
Yes, super easy. And if you want to be more specific, can you recommend a good mystery book? Do you have any books about history? What do you recommend for beginners?
Oh, for beginners is nice. I can use that for English books too, right?
Absolutely. You can say, do you have English books for beginners? Or do you have graded readers?
Graded readers. Those simplify books to help learners.
Exactly. They are perfect for learning. Now, imagine you want to tell the librarian what kind of books you enjoy. You could say, I like fantasy books. I enjoy biographies. I prefer short books. I'm looking for something easy to read.
I'm looking for something easy to read. I love that one. It feels natural and honest.
And that's the point. Natural English. Now, let's practice a mini dialogue. You pretend to be at the library asking for help. I'll be the librarian.
Okay, let's try.
Hello, how can I help you today?
Hi, I'm looking for a good book to read. Can you recommend something?
Of course. What kind of books do you like?
I like mystery. Something not too long.
Great. We have a popular mystery novel in the fiction section. Would you like me to show you?
Yes, please.
Perfect. See, super simple.
Yeah, that felt easy. I could actually do that.
And now let's talk about borrowing books because that's the main thing people use the library for. If you're ready to borrow a book, you can say, I'd like to borrow this book. How long can I keep it? When is the return date? Can I renew this book?
Renew, that means keep it longer, right?
Exactly. Most libraries let you renew your books online or by phone.
And if I return it late,
Then you might have to pay a late fee. You can ask, is there a late fee? How much is the late fee?
I've paid those before, too many times.
Me too. If you accidentally damage a book, you can say, I'm sorry, I damaged this book. What should I do?
Oof, that sounds embarrassing.
It happens. Libraries are used to it. Now, let's move to another important part of the library, quiet rules. You might hear, please keep your voice down. Silence, please. No phone calls inside the library.
Yeah, and that's fair. I hate when someone's phone rings loudly.
Same. And speaking of phones, a useful phrase is phone use allowed here?
That's good to know. Some libraries are strict.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about library cards because every library has them.
Right. How do you ask for one?
Super easy. How can I get a library card? What do I need to sign up? Is the card free?
Usually you just need proof of address, right?
Yes, but it depends on the country. Okay, Leo, last topic, leaving the library. You might say, thank you for your help. Have a great day. See you next time.
Simple, friendly phrases. I love that.
Before we wrap up, let's do one final quick review. Useful verbs for the library: borrow, return, renew, reserve, study, print, scan, look for, find.
That's a good list. It helps to see them all together.
And that's it. You now have the vocabulary to survive and thrive at any library. How do you feel?
Honestly, confident. If I go to a library now, I know exactly what to say.
Mission accomplished then. And to everyone listening, great job today. Keep practicing your English every day. Even simple routines help more than you think. See you in the next episode, and happy studying.